let us move towards the third unit of electronics paper 2, that is chapter 3, introduction to Python. So let us start with the first point, that is basics of Python, that is also known as introduction to Python. Basically, Guido van Rossum, it is a Dutch programmer which is known as a creator of Python programming language. Python is a general purpose, interpreted, interactive, object oriented and high level programming language. See, there are different types of languages, that is a high level language, low level language, object oriented language, procedure oriented language. So Python is a object oriented and high level programming language which is interactive, general purpose, interpreted. Python is a copyrighted. Python source code is also available under the general public license, that is GPL. It is a copyrighted. Python is a copyrighted and it carries a license also, public license also. Python is derived from many other languages such as ABC, Modula 3, C, C++, Algol 6set, Smalltalk and Unix shell. So these are the high level languages, and by using these languages Python can be derived. That means the sentences, the statements used in a Python are belong to this language. They are taken from this language. Python is maintained by a core development team at the institute. Okay, so team is there which is that this team is developed or maintains the Python. Python installation. That means what? How to install a Python in our PC, in our smart device, whatever we have. The documentation of Python is available on. So this is a website where you find the documentation which is related to Python. So this is the website. The documentation is available in HTML, PDF and PostScript format. So these are the formats where, that is HTML and PostScript format, where you find your document that is related with the Python. Python is available for wide variety of platforms. Only the binary code applications for selected platform has to be downloaded in Python is installed. So these wide varieties are available. So in some platforms binary code applications are used. If the binary code for selected platform is not available, then what to do? Then a C compiler has to be downloaded to compile the source code. So compiler means what? Compiler is used to convert your source code. Source code means English like words, the statements, the program that you written by using that statement like English like words. That program can be converted into the binary form because your computer or machine understands only the binary forms. That binary form is known as object code and your program is known as source code. So compiler does the conversion of the source code to that object code. So in Python, if the binary code is not selected, then that C language compiler is used. That compiler is downloaded to convert source code manually. Completely the source code offers more flexibility in terms of choice of features. So Python installation. Now I am going to explain you for different operating system how to install a Python. So let us consider the first one, Unix or Linux installation, that Linux operating system. Open a web browser and go to this website. So for that purpose you have to open a web browser and you have to type this website. Follow the link to download zip source code available for Unix or Linux. Download and extract. So you have to download that zip code and you have to extract that files. To customize some options, edit and module setup files, is it? And then after that you have to run the configuration script. Okay, then make install. This install Python at standard location. So when the Python installation completed, so this is the path where you find the Python standard location or its library files will be available. The below path where the XX is the version of Python. Get it this? Now if the operating system is Windows, then you have to open a web browser, okay, any search engine, then go to this website, okay, follow the link for Windows installer python xyz.msi file where xyz is the version to install. Xyz is a version of Python, okay. So to use this install python.xyz.msi, the Windows system must support Microsoft Installer 2.0. Save the installer file on a local machine and then run it and check whether the machine supports MSI. Run the downloaded file. This brings up Python install wizards. Accept and default settings. Wait until the install is finished. That means what? Where it's very simple. If you are using Windows operating system, then you have to use this website. Okay, you have to use this version Python xyz.msi. To use this version, your window must be support Microsoft Installer 2.0. You have to save this installer file on a local drive. Then once it has done, you have to run and you have to check whether the machine support MSI. After that, you have to run the downloaded file. Then you can install the Python. Macintosh installation. So this is the Mac operating system which is available in certain mobile phones. So for that purpose, you have to get instruction for the current version and extra tools to support a development on Mac from. So you have to open the browser. You will get the information how to download the Python for the Mac operating system on this website. Python variables. So let us, once you downloaded the software, you have to move forward to study the different types that belongs to Python. That means the format, the information that you required for the programming in Python. So the variables are nothing but reserved memory location to store the values. When a variable is created, some space is reserved. So there are some memory location. So Python variables are used to reserve that memory location where you are going to store the values. So that variables, whenever created, some space is reserved. Based on the data type of variables, the interpreter allocates memory and decides what can be stored in the reserved memory. So which type of data you are going to use for a particular variable, so according to that the memory location can be decided and used to store that data type. By assigning different data types to variable, integers, decimals or characters in these variables can be stored. Python is completely object oriented. So variables on their types need not to be declared before using them. So that means what? Whenever you are going to use a variable in your Python programming, as it is object oriented, you doesn't require to define that variables at the beginning of the program. By default they can be used. Python variable do not need explicit declaration to reserve memory space. The declaration happens automatically when a value to a variable is assigned. Got it this? That means you doesn't require a declaration. Whenever you assign a value to that variable, it automatically declared. For example, so that means what? You have to use equal sign for that purpose. So let us see the example. NUM is equal to 50. So 50 is a integer value. So number is what? Integer. Now see, string str is equal to Chaitanya. So str is a type of string because Chaitanya is a string. So this type of data, Chaitanya is a string, 50 is a integer. So assigning this value to any variable, it can be automatically declared. Now see, variable also known as identifier. There are few rules that have to be followed while naming the variables in Python. So let us see what are the rules. The name of the variable must always start with either a letter or a underscore, this one. So let us see the example. Underscore str, that is str, num underscore num. So are the valid names for the variable. So you have to use this letter or underscore to declare or to define a name of variable. The name of variable cannot start with a number. So for example, 9 num is not a valid variable name. Instead, you have to use underscore or directly a letter. The name of the variable cannot have a special character such as dollar, percentage, hash. So these special characters are not used to define any kind of variable. They can only have alphanumerical characters and underscores. Okay, that means A to Z or 0 to small a to Z or 0 to 9. So these are the rules to name the variable. So variable name in case of sensitive in Python, that means what, variable name is a case sensitive. Okay, that means Python, which means num and num are different variable. That means what, see, case sensitive means the small letters have a different meaning, whereas a capital letter have a different meaning. It is a case sensitive. Small letters and capital letters can be defined in different way. Python allows user to assign a single value to several variables simultaneously. That means what? You can use a single value for several variables. That means what, a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 5. That means a, b, c can be defined with the single 5. Get it this? Okay. Here an integer object is created with the value 5 and all three variables are assigned to the same memory location. Get it now? Okay. Multiple variables can be assigned to multiple objects. For example, a, b, c is equal to 5, 6 hellos. Okay, that means what, a will be assigned with b, b with 6, c with hello. So multiple variable can be assigned to multiple objects. Here two integer objects with value 5 and 6 are assigned to variable a and b respectively. One string object, that is hello, is assigned to c. That is what I just told you. Now let us move towards the data types. Okay. Now up to this we define the variables which are used to store the data. Now we are going to see which type of data on which the Python program is going to be executed. Okay, there are types. So first type is number, second type is string, third type is tuple, and the last type is dictionary. So let us see these data types one by one. So let us start with the Python numbers. These data type stores numerical values. To number object, a value is assigned to them. Get it this? For example, variable 1, var1 is equal to 2. So 2 is your number. To assign this number, to define this number, you have to assign a variable, that is var1. Get it? Similarly, var2 is equal to 15. The reference to a number object can be deleted by using del statement. Get it? The syntax for del statement is, that means what, the reference to a number object can be deleted. So delete variable 1, vari 2, vari 3, vari n. So you have to use this parenthesis to use this statement. Similarly, a single object or multiple object can be deleted by using the del statement. So multiple object also deleted by using the statement del var underscore a, var b, that is these two can be deleted by using del statement. Now let us move towards the Python string. So Python string, a string is a sequence of character. You know that in generally string means what? Sequence of a character. A character can be any symbol. For example, English language has a 26 character. So Python strings are identified as an adjoining set of characters representing the quotation marks. Python allows pair of single or double quotes. Get it this? Means to define a string, Python can be used a pair of single or double quotes. Python allows negative indexing for its sequences. That means what? The index with -1 refer to the last item, -2 to the second last item, and so on. A range of item can be accessed a string by using the slicing operator. Get it? The slice operator, this one, with index starting at 0 in the beginning of the string and working their ways from -1 at the end, can be used as a subset of string. The plus sign is used for the string concatenation operator and the asterisk is used for the repetition operator. Get it this? So let us move toward the next type, that is Python list. A list contains items. You know string means what? स्ट्रिंग म्हणजे काय तर लेटर्स जे आपण सिंगल कोट किंवा डबल कोटमध्ये लिहिणार आहोत, ज्याला -1 म्हणजे लास्ट, -1 इंडेक्सिंग म्हणजे लास्ट असेल, ओके, एंड असेल तुमच्या स्ट्रिंगचा. स्ट्रिंग म्हणजे काय? एखादा मॅसेज किंवा नंबर ऑफ कॅरेक्टर्स. तसं लिस्ट म्हणजे काय बघा, अ लिस्ट कंटेन्स आयटम सेपरेटेड बाय अ कॉमाज. जशी आपण एखाद्या गोष्टीची लिस्ट करतो आणि कॉमाने सेपरेट करतो, सिमिलरली हियर द लिस्ट कॅन बी सेपरेटेड बाय युझिंग अ कॉमाज and which are enclosed with the square brackets. The list can be enclosed in a square bracket. Lists are similar to arrays in C. Okay. However, in Python, all the terms belonging to a list can be different data types. Get it this? The values of the list can be accessed using the slice operator and this operator with the indexes. Python allows negative indexing for its sequences. The index of -2 refer the similar to the string. -1 is the last item, -2 is the second last item, and so on. Now let us move towards the Python tuples. So tuple is another sequence data type which is similar to the list. So what is the difference between the list and that tuples? Let us see initially the tuple. Tuple consists of a number of values separated by commas similar to the list, which are enclosed within the parentheses. So what is the difference between the list and Python tuples? Let us see. So in case of tuple, we are going to use enclosed bracket. Okay, that means in case of list, we are using the data by using the square parenthesis, and their elements and size can be changed. In case of list, the size or element can be changed, but in case of tuples, you have to use a round parenthesis, okay, and cannot be updated. Once you define, you cannot update. That means it is a read only, and that is what it is, read only. You can read only, you cannot change the items once you define it by using tuples. That is the difference between tuple and list. Okay. Python dictionary. Dictionaries in a Python are of hash table type. They work like associative arrays found in Perry. It consists of key values pairs. A dictionary keys are usually number of strings. Dictionaries are enclosed by curly brackets, and values can be assigned and accessed using the square brackets. So let us stop now. Thank you very much.